I got 2. All right.
I feel like this was raised up.
You raise me up.
Is this higher than it was last time? Welcome back. Damn, I'm the asshole.
Welcome.
I don't remember it being up that high.
It looks the same as it's always been.
Our brains are dead.
Yeah.
we legit sat here for solid
like an hour almost.
I wouldn't say an hour.
It's like 45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes though.
That's close enough to a fucking hour.
Yeah, we sat here for like 45 minutes, like prepping.
Yeah.
What we were going to talk about.
Well, that and also planning, and because as you guys know, we're moving, so we gotta.
This is our next to last recording here in the studio.
Yep, that's crazy.
But we have been hitting the trail hard for y'all, because we want to make sure y'all have content while we're moving and getting all settled into our new places. Which, fun fact, here in a few weeks, y'all are gonna see some recordings of basically our offices, bare bones.
Yeah.
A little spoiler alert for y'all. Why are you playing footsie with me right now?
That's not me. You're coming all the way over there,
bro. My toes were sitting right here, and I just felt you brush against. I was like, "Yeah, I don't wear shoes when we record." By the way, the dogs are out; they're free.
Why are your feet all the way on my side?
They're not.
They very much are, dude.
We have a dividing line right here, and I'm on my side.
That dividing line is skewed. I'll get the tape measure out, motherfucker. Don't even start with me. I do that shit to my wife, actually.
He probably would.
like with the bed, I remember when we first started dating, I was like, this is my side. Don't fucking come over here unless I ask you to.
Am I the asshole?
Yeah, I'm absolutely the asshole for that. Yeah. But
that is, I would not admit that, but that's, you know what? Hey,
I'm a transparent person, and I like my space.
I mean, I'm a ginger, so I'm kind of the same way, just in a different text.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about that.
Yeah. It hurts my brain a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, we've been working hard. So we appreciate if you'd subscribe.
Yep.
Hit the button.
Hit it.
Subscribe. We're on the road to 1K. Help us get there. Yeah. And then comment. My brain just does not want to work today.
Nope.
Yeah, we sat here for a few minutes, like for a bit, and we were just like staring at the screen, going like, "What are we gonna do?
What do?
How do? What do? When do?"
But we figured out what do, and that is talk about some pets.
Yeah,
some assholery related pet situations.
That's facts. So drop like an animal emoji in the comments.
Whatever your favorite animal is.
Yes,
put that as an emoji.
Yeah. And also like the video.
Mm-hmm.
Help YouTube recognize that this video needs to be seen by other people too.
Needs to be seen by everybody.
While I dig this eyelash out of my eye, subscribe. I'll give you time. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And then comment your favorite animal emoji, and then like the video. All right. Now I can actually see better than I was before.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And
you got the new glasses now.
I'm seeing the future, dog.
Seeing 30-30.
I'm not even gonna take time to talk about this. All I'm gonna say is make sure you get your eyes checked, because I didn't realize how bad mine were until I put my new prescription on, and I can see everything.
So I need to go and get mine refreshed at some point.
My eyes were like, I can show you the world. All right, let's get the hell out of here and get this thing going here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This the fistings, if you will, of each other.
Hey.
Premium content.
Yep. OF.
God damn it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
My brain's not working.
Bam.
That's it. He got a handicap. My brain's not working. It's 50%.
All right. Yeah. Here's the excuses, everyone.
You're not gonna give me foot room? Fuck you. You only get 50% of my brain, bitch. You want to give me 50% of foot room? That's it. Do the math.
I'm not doing the math because the math does not math on that one.
The math ain't mathing, but it does in my head.
Jumping in. Topic number 1. Am I the asshole for buying a pet lobster? Lobster's delicious. Crab's better, but anyway. I, 29 female, really love weird exotic pets. Right now I have a few babies. Honey, Lola, and Jeannie, 3 female, are my sugar gliders. Frank, 1 male, is my hedgehog, and Gloria, 9 female, is my axolotl. I've always wanted to open up my own exotic rescue if I had the money to, but that's besides the point. Basically, exotic animals are a huge part of my life and always will be. Please note, I work from home and have since I entered the workforce and plan to continue until I retire. I have more than enough time for all my animals. The sugar gliders especially need the love. My boyfriend, I'll call him Brad, 30 male, and I have been dating for 8 months, and things are starting to get serious. We have not discussed moving in or the future much, but he's the perfect guy in every regard, especially because he loves my animals as much as he loves me. Last week, I decided to spring on an animal I've been wanting since college, a lobster. I already had an adequately sized tank and was financially able to add a new pet to my squad. So while searching for fish to add to an existing tank, I found lobsters for sale and purchased one. His name is George, and he's so perfect. I could watch him for hours. He's such a good little guy. Brad does not agree with me. Brad hates George. Brad thinks it was a jerk move to not consult him before purchasing George, even though we don't live together and have no intention to move in together anytime soon. Apparently, if I had asked, he would have said not to buy George because he thinks a lobster is a quote-unquote stupid pet and that he serves no purpose other than to be eaten. Yikes. He threatened to cook George if I did not return him. What? Since then, I took away his apartment key and told him off. I asked him not to speak to me or come by my house until I've figured out what to do. My mom thinks I'm an idiot for turning away a perfect guy over a lobster. She has always disapproved of me for not wanting children and just wanting animals, though, so I took her opinion with a grain of salt. Some of my friends think that Brad was bordering on abusive behavior, but I feel he's too rash to say. Or that's too rash to say, excuse me. Another one of my friends pointed out that maybe Brad had wanted to move in, but I bought George before giving Brad the chance to invite me to move in, so I was really in the wrong. Since Tuesday, I have not seen or spoken to Brad, but we are technically still dating. I don't know what to do. Please, Reddit, am I the asshole for buying a pet lobster?
What kind of Pixar-ass movie is this?
I don't know. There are a couple edits to add here.
Yeah, you can read them.
Yeah, so all my pets are captive bred, as were their parents and likely their grandparents. They are not suitable for the wild and are not wild animals. If I release them to their quote-unquote natural habitats, they would not survive. I would not support wild-caught exotic pets and never will. Edit to add 2. My animals have the proper enclosures and are absolutely spoiled rotten. My pets are my babies, and I could never do anything but give them the best life possible.
Is there another edit?
I don't know. No, this is it.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this from the start. We have always boiled it down to what does the title say?
Yeah.
If we go solely based on the title, are you an asshole for buying a pet lobster? No. However, I think this is one of those times we can't just go on the title because the title is very misleading.
No, yeah, because it's definitely boiled down to. I mean, it's only 8 months. Why is he freaking out so much about a fucking lobster?
I mean, okay,
Why is she
I
freaking
think
out so much about a fucking lobster.
Okay,
You know?
So here's my thought process behind it. I don't understand people with fish tanks.
I don't either. I've never really got fish personally.
Yeah, like fish in my brain, you catch them, you cook them, you eat them. There's some fish you just don't do that with.
Or you go to the really giant tank to look at the pretty ones. But,
correct.
I don't really want that all the time at my house.
Correct. And then I don't understand people who have axolotls. I don't understand like hedgehogs or guinea pigs or like, I was a kid once and I had a couple hamsters. Cool at the time. Now I'm like, as an adult, I'm like, I don't get it. Not that I would knock someone for doing it. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I think everyone sucks here.
I'm kind of leaning that way, honestly, because
okay, so here's the thing. We've said this before, and I'm not even going to do the bit, but you have to have good communication when you're in a long-term relationship. period. And I know, I mean, a lot of people have said, oh, the bit. Later.
The bit is dead.
It's not dead. It's just,
dead.
It's sleeping.
I'm killing it right now.
Well, I mean, George,
George,
kind of like the bit.
Yeah. I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to eat it. But like, when you are moving in with someone, if you're in a committed relationship and they're already talking about potentially moving in, like I know you said like they haven't really talked about it, but they're being serious about this.
Yeah.
You have to start talking to your partner about things.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they have to immediately agree with you, but talking about it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Hey, you know I love exotic pets. Kind of want to get a lobster. I think it'd be great for the tank. Brad says, that's not a great idea, in my opinion. I don't see how a lobster would be a great pet. Would you be upset if I got one? Huh. Now Brad's not getting blindsided because you bought a lobster and expect him to be okay with the pet.
Mm.
You know, it's like if you were to move in with him and say, oh, hey, by the way, I have this 500-gallon fish tank that I'm bringing in. It's going to be taking up one entire wall in your living room, but all my fish are going to live there. No, we didn't talk about that. You know, like. Yeah. It just becomes that if you don't talk about it, you're kind of already leading to a fight or a disagreement, at least a dispute.
Yeah.
I think that both of them are being very assholery here because she's putting her foot down going, it's Georgia the highway. And Brad's going, I'll cook that motherfucker. And she's not like, she took his key and was like, no, I'm not talking to you until I figure this out. Like,
yeah,
I
don't know. I'm torn, man. Cause like I while I agree with you, it's such like 8 months to me is not long enough to really like have those deep conversations, but that's everybody. That's to each their own. Right. So
I'll say,
I know.
We talked about this with my marriage.
So yes, you can start getting serious after 8 months. I'm not saying you can't. To me, it's a little early, but here's the main thing is they haven't talked about it. Mm-hmm. She doesn't owe him the thought necessarily, in my opinion, because they live separately. They haven't talked about it. She can do what she wants. But at the same time, again, I guess this might just be my lack of care for lobsters or something. But like, they're both freaking the fuck out over a lobster.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I'm saying everyone sucks. Because they're both doing some dumb shit over a lobster.
Hold on though.
Yeah.
So you're kind of putting a justification on things, but like just because you don't get it doesn't mean someone else wouldn't. Right?
I can only go off of my opinion.
That's what I'm saying though. But so that's where I'm going from the point of like I don't care if it's a pet or not.
Yeah.
Like I'm with you. I don't get it, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a pet. I'd rather eat it personally. Lobster's great.
Yeah.
But to me, it's a matter of like, okay, if you want the pet, you want the pet.
Yeah.
I've seen people with pet skunks. Don't understand why. But hey, they got them.
Yeah.
Pet raccoons, you know, like you can domesticate any animal. Don't think you should for all animals, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But when it boils down, like, yeah, this is over a lobster. I don't agree with the justification of saying 8 months because you're putting a timetable saying, oh, well, at the point in the relationship you're in, does it really matter? Like, why are you fighting about it? Like,
yeah.
To me, if you're being serious at 8 months, you're being serious at 8 months. Doesn't matter how you boil it. It's, you know, everyone's got their own timetable. Okay, if you're being serious, then once you start getting serious in a relationship, that's when you go to the next level. Yeah. We need to start talking more. We need to make sure that we're making decisions consciously with our partner involved.
Yeah.
Because even if you're having thoughts or the idea of potentially living together, these things come along with you, much like student loan debt. Shit follows you, you know. So to me, it goes, okay, if you know you're being serious, what type of pet it is doesn't matter. You need to talk to your partner regardless. You know, yeah, you're not living together, but you plan on it. You gonna leave George behind when that time comes?
I mean, we don't know that they're planning on it. I mean, in fact, she said that they haven't been planning on it.
Well,
you know, that's where I'm coming in on that. I mean, I'd still agree that everyone sucks, but.
Well, actually, friends pointed out maybe Brad had wanted to move in, but I bought George before giving Brad the chance to invite me to move in. So I was really in the wrong.
That's speculation, though. That's maybe thought he wanted to, you know.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
I'm still saying everyone sucks.
Yeah, I'm still saying everyone sucks because it's over a fucking lobster. Like, sure, love your pets. If I were to replace it with a dog, then yeah, maybe I might judge differently. But
I mean, even then, like, I would still say everyone sucks. Like, replace the pet with any pet that you want.
Yeah.
Dog, cat, raccoon, fucking sugar glider. It doesn't matter. You replace it with any pet. It doesn't matter. If you don't talk to your partner about it and you both are freaking out over this, you're both in the wrong, because all you're doing, the person who bought the pet is putting an ultimatum on their partner saying, okay, well, you're either going to like the pet or you're not. But if you don't, then it hit the highway. Yeah. The person who over here is like, okay, well, you didn't even talk to me and we're trying to get serious about a relationship here. Like, how can I, really move forward with someone who doesn't talk to me about making big decisions like that? Because a pet's a very big decision, no matter what the pet is.
Yeah.
So I look at it like, let me just take the word lobster out of the title. Am I the asshole for buying a pet? All right, now look at the context of the story. Yeah. You didn't talk to your partner about it. You say you want to get serious with your partner. I don't believe one of those two statements. I either A, you bought that pet with the intent of trying to basically live your life, or you want to have a relationship. You should have talked about it. I don't believe that statement of saying you want to get serious until you actually start having those conversations. Yeah. And it's granted things that people have to learn, but I don't know. I just look at it from that standpoint of like, it's just a pet. Okay, so let's look at the context. Yeah. Are you talking to your partner about this before making that decision? No. Well, now we have a whole different conversation to have. Yeah. But we say everyone sucks. Everyone else says
not the asshole. Let's see.
I'm curious to see what these comments are going to say.
Not the asshole, and your friends are right. Threatening to kill your pet if you don't get rid of it is abusive. Dump him and continue to be your awesome self. Classic Reddit comment there.
Okay, I will say this. This is where I had to side with you and go, it's a fucking lobster.
It's a fucking lobster. Yeah.
Like, yeah. Because he's not saying like, well, I'm going to kill them sugar gliders. Like, she even went on to say he loves all of her other pets. Yeah. So in his eyes, a lobster is not a pet. You didn't talk to him first about it. That would have come up in a conversation, but not the asshole. It's very concerning that Brad thinks he gets any input into what pets y'all get while you are not moving together. Any animal can be a pet. The fact that he threatened to eat it if you didn't return it was very concerning. He's not the perfect guy if he's accepting of your pets, whatever. If he isn't accepting of your pets, whatever they may be. We're getting into dangerous territory here.
Yep. Let's see. A lot of people talking about. This is no, I'm not even gonna.
Someone took time for that one.
Yeah. I mean, they're all kind of harping on the threatening to eat the pet, which I mean, that's not cool.
Shitty.
It's definitely shitty.
But it's a fucking lobster.
But it's a fucking lobster. Like, you're the asshole for keeping sugar gliders. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's just kind of focusing. Oh, here we go. Here's an everyone sucks. Let's see what they said.
Brad is obviously the asshole for threatening to kill your pet. No doubt about that. You are also definitely the asshole for the pets that you keep in spite of their best interests. It doesn't matter if your sugar gliders were bred in captivity. They are still primarily nocturnal animals who need peace and quiet during the daytime in order to sleep, as well as a very specific diet and huge open outdoor spaces so they can glide freely. Do your sugar gliders have miles and miles of outdoor spaces to fly freely in? It's also unlikely that vets in your location would know how to treat them when they become sick. Basically, no one who keeps sugar gliders in captivity is thinking of their best interests. But okay, so you're just harping on the.
PETA's here in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, we're not having a conversation about the ethics of keeping animals captive.
So,
right? Like,
what we're seeing in the comments is everyone is either pissed off that she has the pets that she does. This is a female, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has the pets that she does, right? And they're pissed off that Brad wanted to eat the lobster.
Yep.
I mean, hey, look, like, I know the comments. I know the pet lovers in our comments are gonna come after us here, and I'm gonna say it before they have time to click send on that fucking comment. Not everyone thinks a lobster's a pet.
Yep.
Some people don't enjoy exotic pets. This is why, Sam, please join me in this. You have to have good Communication. There you go. See? Told you it was just sleeping. Next.
Moving on. Oh, you.
Oh, wow. It is me.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for petting someone's emotional support dog without asking them?
This one's going to be a doozy, y'all. Potentially. We'll see. Let's see. Let's get the context. Yeah.
I'm white knuckled right now, dude.
Yep.
I normally work from home, but today I have no no internet. So I have to go to the library to work. I got on the bus and I sat in a section where the other bus riders sit across from you. 20 minutes into the bus ride, a woman got on the bus and sat across from me. She had an incredibly beautiful golden retriever. Now, something I need to preface is that I love dogs. They're my favorite animal, and whenever I see a dog, I get giddy and I smile like an idiot. The dog came up and sniffed my leg. I placed my hand in front of them to see if they were friendly. The dog wagged its tail and I started petting the top of their head. The owner pulled the dog back and said to me that it was their emotional support animal and that it was wrong of me to pet their dog without permission. I apologized and kept my hands to myself. She would not let it go though, and she continued to chastise me for having pet her dog like that. I was confused and I asked her what she meant. She told me that what I did was incredibly improper and rude. I apologized again, but she wouldn't stop. She went into a complete tirade telling me that everyone knows you shouldn't pet people's emotional support dogs, and I was being a selfish asshole. This woman worked herself up so much that she started crying and told me that I wasn't treating her like a human being. I was so freaked out and I couldn't believe what was happening. I was about 2 stops away from the library, so I just got off and walked the rest of the way. I really didn't mean for any of that to happen. Was what I did really so bad? I know you're not supposed to pet service animals, but there was nothing to indicate that her dog was an emotional support dog.
That's the bit of context that I needed. And that's why I have these glasses
on.
Oh
my God.
Because fuck that bitch.
I didn't realize the Chosen was here.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Emotional support animals.
Hold on. Not the asshole.
Yes, not the asshole. 100%. Yeah. And everybody else said not the asshole. We're just going to go ahead and jump into that right there. Especially in this scenario where there was nothing indicating. Emotional support animals are bullshit. I'm just going to go ahead and say it out right now. They are not actual service dogs. It's an excuse for you to be able to bring it on a plane or get the pet deposit fucking waived. Sure, you can love your dog and rely on your dog, but if it is an actual service animal, it has gone through training, it is certified, and it has to wear a fucking some sort of indicator that it is an actual service animal. If it was not wearing that, and especially it's not going to come up to you if it's an actual fucking service animal. So, Karen on the fucking bus over here needs to get that dog taken away from her. And that's all I'm going to say. The show isn't spoken. Anything to add?
I've known individuals to have ESAs.
Yep.
There is no such thing as an emotional support animal.
No.
Can you have an animal that helps you, I don't know, ease your anxiety when you're cuddling it? Sure.
Absolutely. There's plenty of studies that say that.
Are there pets that you can have to calm you down when you're feeling angry or upset? Absolutely. Hell, my dog does. My dog's a big dumb pit bull, and if I'm upset about something, he just walks up, puts his big head right on my lap, and he's just
yep.
And I'll just pet him, and he'll jump up and cuddle with me. Not a big deal. To say that you have an emotional support animal is a slap in the face of every trained animal, specifically dogs, because that's usually who's actually a trained dog.
Yep.
Trained service dogs is a slap in the face of every single trained service dog. I'm sorry that you can't go buy a fucking can of corn at Walmart without your fucking chihuahua riding around in your cart.
Those are the worst.
I'm sorry that you feel the need to bring your dog to let him piss all over the mall floor because you want to go buy a goddamn new skirt at fucking Macy's? When you see a dog, and I know people with service dogs, when you see a dog, service dog is always vested up.
Yep.
Service dog is always by their owner. Service dog is trained to specifically stick to their owner.
Yep.
To read the triggers, to read the signs. Like
if they're wearing that vest, nothing else is happening.
Correct. Yep. And they are on it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Don't you ever fucking pet them.
Mm-mm.
But it is awesome to watch. And honestly, I from afar, I'm just like, good boy. Because that, like, you as an animal have put in the fucking work. But when I see ESAs out in public barking,
Yep.
snarling, pissing, shitting, being an overall fucking terror, it genuinely makes me want to uppercut the owner.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because all you're doing is finding a fucking excuse to bring your pet everywhere you go and not follow the fucking rules.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved here, because back where we're from, not a common thing to see.
I think I maybe saw
Granted,
one.
I know someone who has an ESA or had an ESA, and they were just a fucking bitch about it. Like it just blew my fucking mind. I'm not going to go into the details, but I remember moving here. I would go to like a store, and I saw a lot of people with just dogs with no vest, no badge, nothing. And I'm like, they just let pets into fucking grocery stores here? Like, that's pretty unsanitary. Like, what the fuck?
Mm.
And I remember even talking to you about it, and you were like, no, it's a common thing. Like, unfortunately, like, people will use that excuse.
Well, honestly, there's a lot of places here that are just dog friendly.
That's the thing that I learned. There are places that are dog friendly, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is great. It's when you see people who like have their dog in a cart and there's very clearly labeled at the front of the store, no pets allowed. Like, it's gotten to a point where you go to even ask someone like, hey, is that a service dog? It's my emotional support animal. Oh, well, how do you handle that scenario? Sorry. Take them home.
Yeah, and especially like if you're at a grocery store, like you're not going to give enough of a shit to want to do that. Like maybe the manager might, but like I wouldn't want to be confrontational like that because it's like at the end of the day, like I don't give a shit.
Oh,
like,
I will.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I fucking will. I despise people who do that.
Yeah, I'm just saying like if I were the employee of the store.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, you ain't getting paid enough to do with that shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'll be that asshole. And I know the comments are probably going to come after us. ESAs are a thing. No, they're fucking not.
No, they're not. We don't care. If you think that, just go down and subscribe now.
Honestly, like this is not the show for you because we will hate on emotional support fuckheads all the time. Like pets are pets. I love pets. To try and spin something that is so important with service dogs and it's for my emotional support, go buy a fucking teddy bear.
Yeah.
Like
if there were like actual like certifications for the ESAs, then sure,
exactly,
we'll totally be fine with that. But they will be trained to not do dumb shit,
and they will also have the proper like visuals, so that way you know this.
Let's read a couple comments real quick and move on because we could talk about this for a while.
Yeah.
So everybody said not the asshole. Not the asshole. I think a lot of people are making grandiose claims and missing the point of the sub. The question isn't, was what you did wrong in any way? It's, are you the asshole? A dog approached you and you interacted with you. You initially reached out without touching to test if it was friendly and interested. No one corrected you at this point or attempted to correct the dog. You then pet it as all indicators pointed to that being okay. When told to stop, you immediately did and apologized. Should you have asked if it was okay to pet instead of assuming? Sure. Does that make you an asshole? Absolutely not. That's ridiculous. You made a friendly gesture towards a dog and were not stopped despite the owner having ample time to address the situation before the pet. I would have likely made the same assumption as you. The owner also wasn't the asshole at first, but most definitely became one after goading you about the situation to the degree that you felt uncomfortable enough that you had to leave the bus. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Everyone sucks here. Her, because first of all, ESAs are just pets. Thank you. They're not service animals, and she needs to stop acting like they are on the same level. Second, she needs to learn what to sit, stay, and heel mean. But correct.
Yeah.
You, because you shouldn't be petting anyone's dog without permission, even when the dog approaches you. Edit. Wow, some of y'all are really upset. I said ignore the dog. Jeez freaking Louise. I mean, here's the thing. I disagree on ignoring the pet. If a pet, there is very, very easy ways to find out if a pet is friendly or not. What the OP did was perfect.
Yep.
Dog walks up, dog sniffing, stick your hand out, get a little tail wag. Awesome.
Yep.
Head pat. Because what you've done is you've established, hey, I'm friendly. Are you? And dog's going to go, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm with this. Oh, yeah. You know, like that's how a dog works.
Yeah.
This person emotionally collapsed when their unmarked dog went up to you and wanted to be pet. I think the person needs more emotional support than what the dog can provide.
We're just going to move. I like this one's pissing me off. Next up. Am I the asshole for keeping a lost pet until the owner paid the advertised reward? Oh. This weekend, I was walking through the park and I saw a cat that looked like one I had seen on posters that were posted around the neighborhood. They said they were offering a reward of $500 for finding their lost cat. So I caught the cat, which was pretty easy since he was friendly, and checked the poster to see if it was him. It was. I went home, put him in the back porch, and called the number on the poster to let them know I found the cat. They were happy that I found him, and they said they could pick him up right away. I confirmed that there was a $500 reward, texted the guy a picture of the cat, and gave him my address. This is where the problem started. When he got to my house, I asked for the reward money before returning the cat. He said there actually isn't a reward and that he only advertised one to increase the chance that people would look for his cat. I told him that I wasn't going to give his cat back until he paid the promised reward and that he shouldn't have posted one if he didn't want to pay one. He then got angry and threatened to call the cops if I wouldn't give him the cat. I said that he was welcome to and that I would be happy to get things on record in case I had to take him to small claims court. He begrudgingly told me that he would be back later with the money. Later that night, he came back with the full $500. I gave him his cat, and that was the end of it. When I told my girlfriend about it, she thought I should have just gave him back the cat since it would cost me nothing to catch him, and that everyone was having hard times right now. Some of my friends also think that the guy was probably desperate to get his pet back, and that it was kind of shitty for me to profit from a lost animal. I still think that if you post a reward, you should pay it, and that the guy probably just wanted to save $500 and get the benefit of advertising a reward without paying it. So, am I the asshole?
Before I even say, I just want to clarify, and that the guy probably just wanted to save $500 and get the benefit of advertising a reward without paying it. Let's see. I asked for the reward money before returning the cat. He said that there actually isn't a reward and that he only advertised one to increase the chance of people to look for it. So you already know that he did that, which is really fucking shitty. Look. I'm not for profiting on lost animals. I'm not going to begrudgingly hold one against, nor like, especially if like someone's posted like lost pet, right? Yeah. I'm not going to find that pet and be like, all right, give me $100 because I found him.
Yeah.
You know? But if you put a $500 reward, it's like a fucking national manhunt. Some like, oh, $50,000 reward if you find this man on the street.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I expect my $50,000 if I find this man on the street, bro.
Yeah. I mean, if you're advertising it.
If you advertise a $500 reward, you advertise a $500. Not the asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have just given him the cat and be like, all right, you're a dick, but here you go. Like, but yeah, I think probably not the asshole. Because especially to call the number, confirm that there was a $500 reward. They said, yep, on the way.
I'm with you. I probably wouldn't have sat there and held the cat. I'd have been like,
yeah.
You know, you're a dick for doing this, right? Like,
yeah. And they're like, here's a cat. Get the fuck off my property.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, hey, you stood your ground.
Yeah.
You got your $500.
I mean, call the guy out if he's being like, yeah, just if you can't give a reward, don't offer a reward. Period. Like,
yeah, just put up lost pet signs.
Yeah. Most people are going to be totally fine. Like if they see the cat, they're going to be like, I recognize that cat. And then they'll call the number.
I was like, I saw a poster with that.
I mean, like, if anything, if I don't catch it, I might just be like, hey, I just saw it at this park. Or, you know, I just saw it wherever, you know, so like, hey, you know, come come get your cat.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm with you on that. I think that in this situation, I agree with you. You know, I wouldn't have withheld it, but I'm also not seeing where this dude's an asshole for doing that. Like you stood on business, bro.
If you're promised $500, you should get $500.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm saying not the asshole.
I'll say not the asshole.
But everyone else said
everyone sucks, and I can kind of see it, right? But you know,
everyone sucks here. He is an asshole for lying about the reward. You are the much bigger asshole here, without a shadow of a doubt. You literally had the poor cat hostage from the owner in order to get $500. How disgustingly misguided is your moral compass? Way to try and make money out of someone's misfortune. Next time, give him the cat and tell him he's a prick for lying. End of story. Edit. Thanks for the silver. Okay, I don't think that the moral compass is extremely misguided. I think that you stood on business.
Yeah,
because he did everything right, like we just said. You called and confirmed. First of all, you saw the poster. Poster notified $500 reward. Yep. You called and confirmed after you found the cat. They said, yep, we got the money. We're on the way. Shows up without the money. And now you're like, hold on a second. I've been housing your cat here. Let's not take into account the fact that you have been a pet daycare for however long it took for you to bring that cat back and call them, and then also for them to come pick them up.
Yeah.
So we're going to ignore the fact that you did everything right and be like, nope, you're a piece of shit because you made them do what they said they were going to do.
I like the reply to this. I find all the everyone sucks here replies so strange because the only bad thing that happened to the owner was that he waited slightly longer than he should have to get his cat, which frankly is a situation he created himself. It would be different if he was broke or something, but it's not like he couldn't afford the $500. He was simply choosing not to pay until he was forced to. This is the part I like. I'd say OP would be the asshole if he refused to give the cat if the owner was unable to scrape up the $500, but that's not the situation that actually happened. So yeah, if he came back and be like, look, man, I honestly just can't afford this. Like, you know, yes, I'm sorry for putting $500. If they had come in and said like, hey, I'm sorry, then like, sure, take the fucking cat. But
yeah, learn your fucking lesson. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Everyone sucks here.
You're the asshole.
You basically proved to the guy that people wouldn't have gone out of their way to find the cat just to be nice, but because there was a reward offered. Gross.
There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm going to be real with you. Let's live in the real world for a second.
Yeah.
Not everyone who sees a fucking lost cat or lost dog poster is immediately under the influence of, I must find this animal at all costs, no matter what. Yep. Despite my own personal self-health, I will go to the great lengths to find this animal. No. That's not what this world's built on. Sorry that you want to live in a fucking frou-frou fantasy. If my dog went missing, yes, I would hope someone would help, but I'm not expecting people to help me.
Well, that's also like, have you seen the memes of like how they want us to react when there's an Amber Alert?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like Silver Honda. So, I mean, it's the same thing. It's not the same. You know what I mean?
But yeah. we don't live in a world where everyone is required to stop doing what they're doing to find this missing pet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, also too, like there are outside cats. Like if I see a cat, I'm not just going to immediately jump. Like there's a cat that likes to walk around our neighborhood. There's a couple of them, but there's no signs up for them or anything. It's just, you know, it'll come in our front yard. My dog will bark at it. It'll run away. That's it. Like, and it basically lives outside. Like I've never seen it inside. And so I'm not going to immediately see a cat and be like, that must be a lost cat. Let me be a good Samaritan real quick. So
I don't.
No.
Not the asshole,
not
dude.
The asshole.
You did everything right. I'm basing this off the context of the story. I can't, like we talked about, not making up, our own context.
Yeah.
Based on the context of the story, you're not the asshole. You did everything correct. And I would never, I don't understand how people have this misguided notion that just because you post a fucking, help wanted poster basically to find your fucking cat, that we are all supposed to suddenly rally together as if it's the fucking United Nations of pet finding to invest all of our resources into finding your fucking cat. No. And if you know for a fact you can't fucking afford that, don't post that.
Yeah. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Last but not least is all you.
I get a book. All right. Am I the asshole for not wanting to get rid of my pet for my significant other? Dangerously close to our first story.
Potentially. We'll see.
My significant other and I have been dating for a while now, and I love them very much. Our relationship is generally good, and I do see a future with them. However, one big point of contention is my cat. My partner is allergic and is wanting me to commit to getting rid of the cat if we were ever to move in together. For context, before we started dating, I got a cat that I had been wanting for years. This is a special breed of cat that is nearly impossible to find at shelters or rescues near me, and I waited on a wait list with breeders for actual years to finally get it. Not to mention the kitty is very expensive. The cat is everything I have ever dreamed of, and while I also have cat allergies, this specific cat is as hypoallergenic as you can get, considering no cats are 100% allergen free. Although we were not dating at the time, my significant other and I were friends when I got the cat, and they did not express a problem with being around the kitty at the time. When we first started dating, my partner would take an allergy pill while at my home. I have observed that my partner's allergy symptoms are very similar to mine, not severe, but definitely irritating. Since I have had the cat so long, I can no longer even need to take an allergy medicine or do anything special to alleviate my symptoms, although I am not sure if there is anything scientific to back up that my allergies have diminished after prolonged exposure to the kitty, or if I'm just a lucky case who has just gotten used to it. As our relationship has developed, my partner has made it clear that they will not live with the cat long term and will never live with me unless I get rid of the cat. They never come to my home anymore as they find the allergies too much to deal with. I really consider my kitty a part of my family, and to say it would devastate me to get rid of my baby is an understatement. To be clear, my significant other and I have no plans of moving together yet, but they want me to commit to giving up the cat now so we can move forward in our relationship without having to worry that we will never be able to live together. I have said I would consider it, but am really struggling with the thought. I've offered my partner solutions other than just giving up the cat, telling them I would pay for them to get allergy shot treatments, wash our sheets every day, get air filters, not let the cat in our room, anything that can make it easier on them to live with the kitty. But it has not changed their mind. They believe that pets are just pets and it should not be a big deal for me to let the cat go. I look at my pet as more of like a child that I committed to protecting and caring for as long as it lives. I am very conflicted because my partner's points are obviously very valid, and I can see how others would feel that I am being too dramatic about how much it would hurt me to give up my pet. However, I know in my heart that losing my kitty would be genuinely damaging to me, and sometimes I feel as though my partner is not being understanding of my view on things. Am I asking too much for them to at least try to live with the cat with my suggested possible solutions before I make a decision to give the cat up? I have asked some people in my life about this, and the opinions are mixed. Those who feel animals are like their families, as I do, say they would never even consider, and those who feel more as my partner does about pets think I am being ridiculous to even ask for someone to live with a pet they are allergic to. I truly care for my partner so much, and I'm genuinely understanding of their concerns here. This is, in my opinion, a very big decision for both of us. What do y'all think? Should I be more flexible about giving up the kitty? Am I the asshole?
Ooh, it's similar, but it's not the same.
That was a lot to read.
That was a lot to read. Yeah, that was a fucking dissertation over here.
Yeah.
The key difference here to me
is it's not a lobster.
There's two. One, it's not a lobster. Two, she got it before they were dating.
Yeah.
It's family.
So I think I want to go back to the lobster story real quick, to the conversation, because you and I think very similarly on this. And that is, some animals just don't make sense as pets.
Yeah.
Not saying you can't have it, but to us, the people who host this show, we don't understand exotic pets to a degree.
No, I mean, especially a lobster.
Now, to this, granted, I'm not a cat person. Oh my God, the
not
comments
a huge
are
cat
good.
guy. I like cats, but they're like, I would never get a cat, honestly.
Meow. No.
No.
Cats and dogs are your typical household pet.
Yeah.
I agree. They're family.
Yeah.
You know, that's like if someone were to tell me like, hey, you got to get rid of, your pit bull, to move into a house. Nope. I'll find a new house.
Yep.
Thanks.
That's what we did.
Yeah. Bye.
Yep.
Like, like, no, I'm not going to do it. You know, and that's a very difficult thing to not even to try and go on a tirade real quick, but trying to find a place to rent with having a pit bull.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Our saving grace. Ours is a pit mix. She's like a lab pit mix.
Yeah.
Our saving grace is that so at Austin Pets Alive where we got her, they listed her as a lab mix. And so
good.
So she's just a Labrador mixed with something. Now she has moments where she looks like a pit bull for sure. But we can fudge it a little bit and be like, no, she's a Labrador mix.
Oh, trust and believe.
Yeah.
I have an American Terrier.
Oh, yeah. Yours is full-blooded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I say is I have an American Terrier because everyone hears pit bull and they're like, huh?
Yeah.
They hear American Terrier, like, oh my God, they're so cute. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But we digress. The point of the matter is, you had the cat before you started dating.
Mm-hmm.
2, the cat's a family pet. Like I'm not going to make you do the bit a second time. You have to communicate with your partner to understand where the line is drawn. You're offering very substantial solutions to try and make this work.
Yeah.
You're not negating the fact that you may have to get rid of the cat.
Yeah.
You're saying, let's try these things first before we get to that.
You're opening up the conversation.
Because you may find that, we can have air purifiers in every room and suddenly we both feel better.
Yeah.
Or, I'll wash the sheets every day and you get to go to bed on fresh, clean sheets every single night when you get home from work. Great. I would love that.
Yeah.
Like you're offering solutions that make sense.
And especially if it's just like a relatively minor allergy. Sure, it can be irritating for sure, but it's not life-threatening.
Correct.
Take an allergy pill. Just take one daily Claritin.
I'm going to say not the asshole.
Definitely not the asshole. Going back to the lobster for a second, for like just a quick second. The other main difference here is that like I don't see how you can form an emotional attachment with the lobster and then the lobster have that emotional attachment back, right? Whereas the cat can love you, right? The lobster is just there. So I'm probably digging myself a deeper grave right now. But
if you have exotic pets, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, like I'm sure you can form the emotional attachment. I don't see how the lobster can love you.
I'm just picturing like, George, buddy, what's going on?
It's just fucking sitting there like, please don't eat me. But yeah, not the asshole.
And everyone else said,
not the asshole.
Yeah, let's see what these comments say. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be on the same line as us.
I mean, yeah, this one seems like they came out with a clear, concise, like, here's a problem, here's some potential solutions, but it sounds like your partner is just refusing to follow those solutions. So,
not the asshole. I'd get rid of a partner before I get rid of a pet.
All right, there's a Reddit. All right.
Yeah, just right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Wait a second. He wants you to get rid of the cat so he will consider living with you in the future. Commit to giving up your pet so he can consider thinking about having a future with you. Nope, not the asshole. Heaven forbid something could happen to your cat before he's even ready to think about living together. So it could be a non-issue, or you could end up giving away your cat only to have the relationship end before he ever moves in. If he was talking, I'm 100% on board with this. If he was talking about living together now, it would be different, but you're not even at that point of considering living together and he wants you to do something that's so drastic. Huge old red flag. You committed to caring for your cat. He is not committed to you. He wants you to give up something very important to you, and he'll consider living together in the future. He's asking you to prove he should eventually consider having a future with him. Keep the cat, give him away. I don't think that you need, Reddit's going to Reddit.
Yep.
Reddit's going to Reddit. YouTube's going to Reddit. We seen y'all in the comments. Mail take. Don't get rid of him. Talk to him.
Well, she is, but
no, I'm saying keep that conversation going. If you want a future with someone, you're not just going to be like, hey, here's my thoughts. Nope. All right, bye. Like,
no, yeah, but
and that's what Reddit's getting at here is they're like, not get rid of his ass. Like, no.
I agree with you there. Yeah. I mean, if he is just continuously like just putting his foot down, nope, not going to live with the cat, then sounds like you're not moving in until the cat's gone, unfortunately. So, or you're just not going to move in together ever. And at that point, it'll be a sayonara. So,
yeah, everything good?
I don't know. We'll find out here in a little bit, but
cool.
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward, cut and dry. So
yeah, I'm saying not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
I just like, this is one of the times again, just like the first story, like even if it's a lobster, which doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like you still got to talk. you got to talk to your partner.
Yep.
You gotta figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But let us know what you think in the comments.
Yep.
As always, we love reading them, regardless of how crazy they may be. Lousy listeners, thank y'all so much. Again, make sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking the button behind me and the video there as well that YouTube recommends you watch. Could be us, could be someone else, probably us, because you love us.
Yep.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.